Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are I've got time again to go through another box. So this is box number 5 of the massive inventory that I bought. The remaining inventory of a game shop that closed. So we're gonna go through it and see what we got. It looks like that this one has been sorted maybe by set. It's what it kind of looks like with the hard guards as dividers, so we'll take a look. And they're even sorted by card type. I say card type. All the copies are together. So this is, what is this, 8th edition? Hey, there's some Meagrams. It's a hard card to find sometimes. Mind Rots. Yeah, and it appears that it's in alphabetical order. The Slow Duels from Invasion that got reprinted in 8th. Figured had time, was gonna look through it anyway. I say sorting. I don't know that I'm so much sorting, but I am definitely going through and just seeing what I got. It looks like mostly commons, uncommons that are in here. Had that. Naturalizes. Hey, rampant growth's worth taking out because I'm running low on rampant growth. It's weird. There's some wood elves. Wood elves are pretty good. It's weird that rampant growth is too good for standard. I guess that right there is proof that I know nothing about what is good for standard. Yeah, I use a ton of rampant growth. There's Mana Leaks. Always a good card. Unsummon. And this is it this is the last handful of 8th edition. I use Demystify sometimes. Holy Days. Nobody ever sees Holy Day coming. Nobody ever sees fall coming either, but Sanctimony. Okay. So, found a couple rampant growths that I'll use. That divider there. What have we got here? This looks like Onslaught. Astral Slides. Yeah, alphabetical order. Into Battlefield Medic, into Chain of Silence, Crown of Awe. Onslaught was a big time tribal set. Original Demystifies, Disciples. Somebody put some time into this to get it as organized as it is. I mean, just a ton of, because this is no small task. I wonder, because we've seen some boxes that are pretty random, but then boxes like this are, pretty sorted. But the downside with it being really sorted is that there's probably not a whole lot of, what we would call hidden gems. Chain of Acid. So, unless we don't know how long it's been since somebody's gone through this box or since this box was sorted. So, I mean, some stuff just was not valuable and now is. Or keep in mind, I use a lot of cards that are considered cheap. I was tickled I found some overruns the other day. Taunting Elves. So Tribal Unity. That's a good card. People use a lot for Elves just because it's in green, but yeah. When you absolutely need to pump up your team, there's Wirewood Herald. I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, I use it in elf builds, obviously, but... Looks like we're into red with the Ether Charge. Break opens. Brightstone Ritual. Brightstone Ritual's really good. Goblin decks. Yeah, it looks like that there's not going to be a lot of magical things to be found in this particular set. Maybe this particular box, because it has been very carefully gone through. So, Onslaught, man. Wave of Indifference. X target creatures can't block. A lot of people don't know that card even exists. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Backslide. Chain of Vapor. Wait a minute. Chain of Vapor is a thing. That's a real thing. There's 3 Chains of Vapors. I don't know what Chain of Vapor is going for, but I know I use it. So much so that I'm out right now. Discombobulate. Yeah, there's a... I remember having a talk with a buddy of mine many years ago, around 97 or so, and he said that they're going to run out of names for cards, or formula, because it was just a math game, and that you can only tweak the numbers so much. I think the name thing is, but I mean, tweaking invent words, and they have, 20 years ago, nobody ever heard the word Golgari because it didn't exist, Pedo Dredgelings. I have been known to use that one on occasion. Pedo Vultures, Bone Knitters, Cabal Slavers, Cruel Revival. That gets reprinted all the time, doesn't it? Disciples of Malice, Fade from Memory, Feeding Frenzy. Hey, if you're in zombies, you need a Feeding Frenzy. Profane Prayers. Yeah, I've tried my best to keep this in the Siphon Mind. I'm gonna pull some Siphon Minds out because I use those in black multiplayer. That's a heck of a magic card. Siphon Soul, and then Daru Encampment, and that gets us through the first row. So let's see what we got here. We have Chronicles, Felden's Cane. We're going to take that one out. I use a Felden's Cane. Don. Fish Liver Oils. We have one uncard, Jack in the Mox. Okay. And this is Weatherlight. Wow. Old school stuff here. Alms, Ardent Militia, Duskrider Falcon. Imperial Armor is awesome if it wasn't like the color that don't draw a lot of cards. I mean, Master at Arms. There's Gerard. Sarah's Blessing. I use that. Your creatures have vigilance. Bizzle Gatekeeper. Coals of the Medusa. Fledgling Djinn. Odilic Wraith. Strands of the Night. Betrothed. Bedrock. Bogarden. Cinderwall. And this is it for the Weatherlight handful. Fit of Rage. That came out about the same time as that Fist of Rage came out, the song. There's a throwback for you. Flux. Yeah. Well sorted. Ophidians. Lots of Ophidians. Relearn. I use Relearn frequently. Now we're into this handful is alliances, it looks like. Carrier Pigeons. There was not a whole lot in alliances in the common slot. So I figure most of these are probably Nature's Chosen. If you use Instill Energies, Nature's Chosen, essentially the same card. That's a diminishing returns. I've been known to diminish some returns every once in a while. Original Stormcrows. Part of the reprint set. Astrolab. What was that? Anthologies, I believe. Guerrilla Tactics. Varchal's Crusaders. Dystopia. Dystopia. That might be RL. I don't know. Fatal Lore, I'm pretty sure is. Ritual of the Machine, I know is. So, finding some old reserve list stuff. That's cool. What is this? Crystals. Prophecy, I think. Aura Fractures, Glittering Wind Mindbearer, Rhystic Circle. Oh, this was the Rhystic set. Well, I'm betting we're not going to find a Rhystic Study. Yeah, because that card's been expensive for too long, so I figure Marsh Boas. Yeah, I figure it's not going to be present. And I think we've evidently already been through the blue. Despoil, Grill's Caress, Whipstitch Zombie. Here's some blue. Coastal, Hazy, Rethink, Ribbon, Touristic Deluge. Yeah. Now, what is this big old block there? That is Urza Saga, it looks like. Gotta have some Saga. Angelic Page, Congregate, Disenchant, Disciples, Path of Peace, Runes of Protections, Circles that cycle, Corrupt, playing mono black, you know. Yawgmoth's Edict, Accordion, Blanche with Treefolk, Cave Tiger, Gaze Bounty, Gaze Embrace, Hush, Rejuvenate, Venomous Fangs, Claws of Gix. I use Claws of Gix a bunch. I use Dragon Blood. Those are cycling lands. I use all the cycling lands because, like, in monocolor, why not, right? Let me throw these basic lands. Yeah, I'm going to take out all the cycle lands there because those are good. I use them in monocolor decks because sometimes you can just cycle it away and, you know, it doesn't hurt. I don't like to use them not in monocolor, but on occasion I do like the cycling deck. I'll use them. Shower of Sparks. I know I have a funny story with a null that I don't think I can tell on a family-friendly channel. Hermetic Study. Hermetic Study's a good card. Let me pull those out. I think I'm out. Pendrel Flux. Pendrel Drake. Power Sync. Power Tank. Rescind. That was a rewind. I know Rewind's been printed, but I think I'm low on that particular printing in the binder. Veil of Birds, Veiled Serpent, Wizard Mentor. And that brings us to Stronghold, and the card up front I use. Look at that, that's Heartstone. It's a Heartstone in good condition. Endangered Provoke, Sky Shroud, Spike Colonies, Spike Soldiers, Workers, Spined Worms. My throat's about raw because I have I think this is the 8th video I have made today, so I've done a whole lot of talking. Contempt, Mana Leaks, OG Mana Leaks, Mask of the Mimics. Not really that useful in Commander, since it requires you to have 2 creatures of the same color. I guess, I mean, you know, the random any number of. There's a Shifting Wall. Some mountains. We'll throw those in the mountain box. Corrupting Licid. I need that. That is beautiful. For a card that old? Shoot, yeah. Original Megrim. Tortured Existence is not a bad card. Not at all. What do we got? This is Portal 3 Kingdoms. Yeah. It's pretty neat. I'm going to pull that out just because it's neat. What we got? Exodus. Exodus was the first set that used color coding on the symbols and started numbering them, even though the red cards were really hard to see the number. Ether Tide, Sonic Burst. Set that gave us Raging Goblin. Anarchist. Curiosity. I'll throw Curiosity down there. I use that one a lot. Avenging Druid, Bequeathal. Jackalope Herd. Oh, man. Jackalope Herd's a terrible card, but I have a story. Jackalope at the Exodus pre-release, there were some drafts, and I drafted like as many Jackalope Herds as I could because I saw 4/5 for 4 mana, and I was like, well, this is like Arnhem Djinn. This is going to be awesome. If you know what Jackalope Herd does, you know that that deck did not turn out awesome. Yeah, River Boas. Uktavi Orangutan. Great card. Questionable art. Oh, that's a Phyrexian Walker. A Sisay's Ring. I'm dropping them. Cloud Elementals. Dream Tides. I'm going to pull Dream Tides out because I know I need it for the binder, but it might be something. Omnivomancer. We're in Visions, apparently. We skipped over to Visions. Vision Charm. Bull Oliphant. King Cheetah. Because I do Drake, I know I need for the binder. We have Homelands. 1 card. Okay. I'm sure there's more somewhere. The rest of Visions, and apparently Visions and Exodus just got like joined together. Which, I mean, hey, that's cool. Kukus. Kukus was rare, I believe. Freewind Falcon. Man, I lost a lot of games to that thing when I was playing Mono Red. There's a Quicksand. Can always use more Quicksand, right? Coercion, Death Watch, LA, Angelic Charger, reaping the rewards, them trying to do it. Oh, Soltari Visionary, that is sweet. It's a great card. Culling of the Week, Grawl of Nausea. Going through this kind of fast because this is a big old box. Okay, so let's grab one of these, put here, because this is a big old swath of 5th edition. It looks like 5th edition. 97. 90, oh, this is 4th and 5th mixed. I see some 95s and some 97s. So, if you weren't playing back then, it was really hard. This was like a rare at one point. Elvish Archer. Not sure. Oh, Fungasaur is. Fungasaur's now a dinosaur. It's been retconned to be a dinosaur. There's a Latimer Elf. Y'all know I use that one. Marsh Viper. Metamorphosis. More band cards because they have. And that's revised. Revised 4th. It looks like it was mainly, and that's the dark. We're going to pull out anything from the dark. It looks like it was sorted by what the card is and not so much the edition. That's a revised web. That was rare. Amulet of Krug, Ashnod's Transmogrit, Battering Rams. Battering Ram, Crystal Rod, Grape Shot. Is this alphabetized? It kind of looks like it. There's a... That is an unlimited Jade Statue. Yeah, let's put that over to the side. That's a Millstone. That was rare. I don't know if that statue is anything. Some mountains, plains. Whoa, those are Animate Deads. One's revised, one's 5th edition. Black Knights, Blights. That is an unlimited Contract from Below. Death Grip. I'm telling y'all, public service right here. Green is so popular. This, if you're playing black, you should be playing it. I say that. I probably shouldn't say that because I love to play green. Glooms. Yeah. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Lord of the Pit. Those were rares. Put those in the binder. May use those at some point in time. Oh, Scavenging Ghoul. I've been out of that for a while. Those are Sorceress Queens. That's a revised and a 4th edition Sorceress Queen. Love the Queen. Word of Binding original. Bloodlust. I know I need a Bloodlust for the binder. This has those 2 unlimited cards really, yeah, that threw me. I found quite a bit of good stuff in here. Yeah, they stopped making this card because of the artwork. I guess that was before they realized they could just print it with new artwork. It's a fireball. A lot of red cards, looks like. Hill Giants, Hurloon Minotaurs. Hurloon Minotaurs was like the face of Magic for a while early on because they thought it was cool. The players didn't like it because it was just a vanilla creature, but they thought we were about it. Then finally they were like, oh, so you don't care about the Hurling Minotaur. Those are counter spells. 5th edition counter spells. Energy Flux. I know you don't see a whole lot of blue cards that hate on artifacts, but Energy Flux does it. 4 spikes. Tell that was 5th edition. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps. Now, how did he have 6 jumps in his store? And I've known this man for 20 years, knowing that I collect jumps. Probably for that reason. I'm going to save these for Canada one day. Merfolk. Portent. Red Command. Sea Singers. Siren's Call. Steel Artifact. Yeah, all the simple names are taken. Steel Artifact. Guess what that does? Revised Unsummons. Amuro Kithkin. Benelish Hero. For all your banding needs. And we're into Circles of Protection. If I was a betting man, I'd say there's a bunch of Circles of Protection because they printed them for a while. Mace of Pegasus, Pearl Unicorns, Pikemans. And that gets us through, we're going to call that white border. We have Tempest. There's good stuff in Tempest. Tempest gave us Harrow, Slivers, Shadow, all kinds of fun stuff. Advanced. Oh, this is a bunch of each card. Anoint, Armored Pegasus, more Circles, Cloud Chasers. Beautiful disenchant art. Hannah destroying a metallic sliver. Elite, Heroes Resolve, Knight of Dawn. Man, I lost to that card so many times back in the day. I haven't in a long time, but you just played it and had a bunch of mana, and that was your plan. That was your whole plan. Talon Sliver is the first strike sliver. Does that? I think I probably need that for the. I've helped people build so many sliver decks over the years that I'm probably low on these original slivers. Whoa! Rampant Gross. Tempest. OG Rampant Gross, I believe. Rootwalla. Skyshroud Elf. It's something you don't see every day. So it basically taps for white, green, red. I'm sure that's a shard name. I don't know what it is. Dalthies. Disturb Burials. Disturb Burials not bad. Perish. Y'all know I use some Perish. Destroy all green creatures? Yeah, sign me up. It's a mannequin. I've been known to run a mannequin a time or two. Some forest, island. Aftershocks, Canyon Wildcat, Fire Slingers, Heart Slivers. I think I got a bunch of Heart Slivers. Heart Sliver was printed in that Sliver foil deck. Back they only did 3 of those, I think. Slivers, Graveyard, and Burn. Yeah, those were the 3 premium deck series, they called it. 60 card foil deck. Legacy's Allure, Power Sink, Sea Monster, Spell Blast, one Wing Sliver. And that concludes Tempest. I'm kind of curious to see what's next. Though that's a Portal Second Age card. And then those are Torments, so some of them not exactly minty. Cabal Torture, Crippling, Faceless Butcher, Grave Gouger, Mortophobia, Organ Grinders, Rancid Earth, Restless Dreams, Sickening Dreams. I've used my fair share of Sickening Dreams in the past. Acorn Harvest! Still working on... Am I done with Squirrel Travel? I don't know. But... Dwell on the Past. Far Wanderings is pretty decent. Triple land thing. Crows and Restore, Raven Trooper. Yeah. Aquamoeba. Some words are just fun to say. Obsessive Search. Accelerate. Dwarf. And this handful here is going to finish up the third row, and then we'll be on our last row. Yeah, still got some Portal mixed in here. Some of those Portal cards were like the Lynx, I think, was a card I was looking for a cat deck once. Deja Vu, I have. The Extinguished. Now, some early Portal cards have that issued right there to where they were printed like, because you don't normally see the blue mana symbol like that. Normally it's in a circle. So, yeah, that's a thing. And then there was like two different printings a lot of times. Like some would have flavor text, some would not have flavor text. It was Theft of Dreams I have used. Mind Rot, Moaning Spirit, Swarm of Rats. Okay, so we are to, what is this handful? 6th edition. Now, I didn't buy a whole lot. After 4th edition, I didn't really buy a whole lot of the core sets because there were no new cards. It was just, I was like, well, there's no point in me buying them. I already have those rampants. So, to us, the core set was just a list of standard playable cards. So, why buy the new stuff when I've already got the cards? And that was the core set problem in trying to sell it for them, because I mean they're still a business. They still need to. There's a counterspell. Still need to sell it, and you know, heck, they've done away with it twice, or is it 3 times now? Because I think Strixhaven, the D&D set is taking place of the core set this year, so we don't get a core set this year. That's Boil. That's how you lose friends in a hurry. Although it's Boil, it does destroy all islands. If they can't counterspell that, then are they truly a blue player? Really? I mean, I don't play a lot of counterspells, so I feel it. Okay, what is next? Mercadian Masks. Rebels. Lots of rebels. Where are your rebel friends now? Disenchants. Viability. Yep. Man, I played with all these. Sure enough did. Pious Warrior, Pious Warrior, Ramosian, all the Ramosian, the Gators is what we call them. They were Oh, no, 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 no. Don't mix with the white border stuff. That's why I got the divider, Canada. Yeah. Of course, everybody in the world did that. Story Circle. I think I just did a video with Story Circle in it. That's an Ancestral Mask. That's a bunch of Ancestral Masks. Look at that. Okay. If you're not familiar with what Ancestral Mask does, yeah. Green Enchantress. That's a big deal. Most Enchantress decks do have green. Desert Twister. It was one of those cards they were a little safe on the casting cost. Of course, it's old. I mean, it's been reprinted a million times. I've actually used Desert Twister. Because sometimes, when you absolutely positive... And in mono green, it's 6 mana. Is that really so bad? Probably not. That's like, what, 4 mana in other colors? That's sad to say, but it's true. Vine Trellis, we're into black now. Katerin. The Katerins were the mercenaries. Like the Ramosians were rebels. The way they engineered that mechanic, though, because it's the same mechanic, really, for rebels and mercenaries, but the rebels you could go up, but the mercenaries you could only go down, which, was kind of cutting it off at the knees before it ever started, because you had to have the big one to get the little ones. That's not really the way you want a game to progress. You want to get the little... Those are Undertakers. I think I need some Undertakers. Vendetta. Vendetta's good, but, I mean, I've got a bunch. Bunch. Now I have a whole bunch. Oh. Blaster Mage. Discard a card from your hand to destroy target wall. If you can turn all cards in, or all creatures in the game into all creature types, then that's pretty ballin'. Yeah, I know it's weird and it's a lot of work, but that's just where my mind goes. Hammer time. Chiron Negotiations. Lightning Hounds. Mercadian Mask was the first set where there is no reserve list cards. So there were reserve list cards in every set prior to it. Mercadian Mask, though, was the first set to give us a foil Dark Ritual. I think there was a Judge Foil or something like that before then, but yeah, you could open up a pack of Mercadian Mask and get a full Dark Ritual, and that was a big thing. Probably still is. I don't know. Coastal Piracy. It's Diplomatic Immunity. Nice. Diplomatic Immunity. Enchant creature has Shroud. This card has Shroud. I've been out of those for a minute. And that's a bunch. Yep, that was a good one. Hoodwink. Misstep, Port Inspectors, Richard Uncut Purse, Stinging Barrier, Tidal Bore, Waterfront. Oh, the fountains, or the storage lands. Yeah, those never really took off. Probably because the storage lands in Fallen Empires was the standard that we were used to, and it never. There were depletion lands. Some of those are in pretty bad shape. Depletion lands, and then we're into the artifacts. Okie dokie. That brings us to the last little block here, Ice Age. Well, I don't think we're going to find much in Ice Age because I don't think there was much in Ice Age, right? I had a blast with it. I mean, I bought a ton of it. I put together so many sets. Pretty incinerates. The rookie card Incinerate. Or Incinerate's a rookie card, I guess is how. Orcish Lumberjack. If you're playing red-green, it's something to think about. Orcish Lumberjack. Does cards. Stonehands, Brine Shaman, Cloaks, Fear, Foul Familiar. Foul Familiar was actually decent. Of course, Ice Age was the thing when they created Standard. Norrit. I get warm, fuzzy feelings. Norrit was a card that, I think this was the preview card for Ice Age. They put it in like a magazine. If you bought the magazine, you got a Norrit. So I think there's actually more Norrits out there in the world than any other Ice Age card. That's the Spoils of Evil. For each artifact and creature in a target opponent's graveyard, you get a colorless mana and gain a life. Stench of Evil. Withering Wisps. Innervate. Infuse. Mistfolk. Art card Unicorn. Some of the art was amazing, and some of the art was more amazing than others. Cooperation. That's right. For one man and one card, you too can give your creature a banding. What are the White Shields? A good one. That's the reprint, but it's still a good card. Foxfire, Giant Growth, Pie Knight, Shambling Strider, Thought-Lace, not Thought-Lace, Wild Growth, Woolly Mammoth. We'll take that Forest. Kenny Rogers. And that is it for this box. So this is that's what I found that I use, I play with. Of course, we cannot forget our jumps and our two beautiful unlimited cards that look to be in fairly decent shape. They're a little played on the back. That one's not so much. It's a little surface scratching, but still very nice. But that is it, and I appreciate y'all watching. 43 minutes into it. It's just been random box sorting. And we'll catch you next time. Appreciate it.